final Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct. It's been 2 days since it passed us. There are still a lot of people I see online that are still discussing it among themselves. They have either good or bad feelings about it. It was certainly a mixed bag to drink it in, man. Including myself. New modes were revealed. The last bunch of characters were revealed for the base game, and other features were shown off here as well. All those things were shown off in some ways that were expected, and others not so much. What's up, everybody? I am DylanLasagna, and welcome to this post Super Smash Bros. Ultimate November Direct discussion video. And I'm gonna give my detailed thoughts about what I thought was good, what I thought was bad about this Nintendo Direct for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate that happened 2 days ago, or whenever you're watching this video. If you didn't see my reaction from that Direct, it was my initial reactions were just really off the charts. I'll leave it in the link in the description and in wherever that eye is you see in the corner of the video. But without any further ado, let's get right into this discussion about the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct. Let's talk about modes first, because I found this to be one of my big highlights from this final Smash Direct. One of the modes that didn't get off the right foot, but it was a big tie-in later in the end of the Direct, was Spirits mode. This was the mode that was first shown off at the August Direct, but was censored, and Sakurai said that was going to be revealed later, but now it was finally revealed here. So this pretty much was a way to replace collectible character trophies, like how they did it with Brawl, where, oh, here's the character trophy of X character, and that's not happening anymore, which is kind of understandable because he did mention that it took a lot of development time. So what he is doing with Spirits mode is using character renders like Pearl and Marina, Rabbid Peach, even the Great Zapfish, or say for example Judd, from all those characters I just mentioned from Splatoon, characters from Donkey Kong, characters from Super Mario, like various random characters from various different series are all acting as power-ups to help you in special, like, spirit battles. Pretty much special Smash battles, but with different varying conditions. What I mean by varying conditions are like, this opponent may taunt like frequently, even when you're trying to attack them, or your opponent may deal double damage, or there may be like varying projectiles coming toward you when you're close to attacking your opponent. It's an interesting concept. It was just that the way they explained it was very, like, it was jumbled. It was very funky, because that's why it was so hard for me to understand it. You can, once you win spirit battles, like a spirit battle, you can get that spirit by, as long as you don't hit that circle shield. Like, you have to hit the opening. Otherwise you have to do the spirit battle again, but at least the shield is damaged. You can, once you get that spirit, you can level it up, you can train it and feed it. It's kind of like a free-to-play game where you're just feeding your subject. Again, it's still a weird new concept to put in as many non-playable characters as character renders as possible, without having to make them actual playable fighters. But I guess it's kind of cool. There's so many characters to collect now, but yeah, I think Spirits mode should be one mode to look out for. But they never explained why exactly they were spirits. until the end of the direct. This is where they revealed an adventure mode for this game. We didn't have an adventure mode like in the previous Smash. The only adventure mode we got was in Melee and Brawl with Subspace Emissary, and they're bringing it back in Ultimate. They brought in a CGI cutscene. Fox is leading the charge against a boss I found out later known as Galeem. And then Galeem is leading the charge with a bunch of Master and Crazy Hands, and he spits out a bunch of gleaming lights, and he goes full out Thanos, Infinity War 2.0, and starts killing all of the characters left and right, from Bayonetta to Snake to the Inklings who pretty much killed themselves when they tried to defend themselves. And the only one that survives is Kirby. Mr. Sakurai, I don't feel so good. Everyone is here? More like everyone is dead, if you're not Kirby. So pretty much Kirby survives. He ventures off into this new world. You're pretty much in a new world. Everyone is now possessed by the spirits that are tied into the spirits mode, and you have to go rescue all the fighters and defeat the boss known as Galeem in the adventure mode known as the World of Light. And I thought the build, like the slow and steady build up in this trailer, was freaking amazing. I'm glad there was voice acting in it too. I love the song, by the way. I can't get it out of my head now. It's a pretty damn good song. I also love the Infinity War reference where everyone just like dies. And it's gonna be a very like cool mode. Of course, they didn't explain too much of it because they're obviously gonna give too much of it away. This is definitely different than Brawl, Subspace Emissary. I mean, there are bosses, but I don't think it's going to be as story-oriented like Sakurai mentioned. But I'm excited to play this adventure mode. It should be like fun to play. It's a different take than the adventure modes we've seen in Melee and in Brawl. But I'm excited. I'm really excited to try this out and see what's to come in World of Light. Let's talk about features, because let's be honest, after watching this a second time, I honestly found the features showcase in this direct to be the absolute one of the worst parts of this direct, because they really dragged on for too long. I mean, it wasn't all bad, so why is that? Why was it not all that bad? Let me talk about it. Let's talk about the positives. So, my positives coming out from that features section, they renamed Multi-Man Smash Century Smash. From my perspective, they didn't change too much out of the Multi-Man Smashes I played in Smash 4 and Brawl. It's just like the usual Multi-Man Smashes I used to play. It's still the fun same Multi-Man Smash I play, and I like how there are now different playable stages that I can select from rather than just, oh, you're gonna just fight on Battlefield. So I like how they're making it like vary like with different stages. And another takeaway, like positive takeaway, is All-Star Smash. That's I don't know if that's a new mode. I don't know if that was in any of the previous games, but All-Star Smash is coming. But it seems to be replacing All-Star Mode. But I don't know if that's been confirmed or not. I hope not, because I kind of enjoyed All-Star Mode. But if either way, I won't be disappointed if All-Star Mode doesn't come back. All-Star Smash seems to prove that your fighter is the best in the world at what they do. They never mentioned if home run contests, break the targets, or any of those game modes were either making a return or not coming back. I think like either they are or they aren't. Maybe like people will just have to search for them like manually on when the game comes out. The replay system looks like a really fun feature to play with, to do like game highlights to upload to Twitter or to like Instagram or to YouTube. So I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that when doing like Smash Ultimate stuff. Now virtual currency, like with gold points, like how you can spend it on stuff. I feel like that's more helpful in unlocking stuff when they explain the shop part of that direct. Because moving on to the negatives, my first negative is challenges. They don't seem to have as much of a purpose as before now that virtual gold now serves as pretty much a primary to like unlocking things like songs or like using it to acquire more spirits and all that other stuff. So I feel like challenges are just there for like the lore to like make a comic book, as Sakurai would put it. So I just feel like it doesn't really have too much of a purpose for me. Another negative I would like to point out is like here's my biggest complaints. We did not need like over a minute of how to adjust the screen brightness. It's like I know it's a good reminder for us that forget, including myself, but we can find this in the options menu by ourselves. We don't need like over a minute of an explanation of screen brightness. They also didn't need to go into that much detail about languages. Like they didn't need to show it off too much, but I guess it's a nice feature to have, I suppose. And here's the worst thing. Here's the worst thing that I thought was gonna show up in this direct. And boy, did they really go all out hard to be this bad. Online. This part did nothing to make me change my stance on my holdout about the online service. They pointed out that our own internet servers could be a mess and you had to purchase your own LAN adapter to make sure your internet connection is stable. That's really telling of how this Nintendo Switch online service is. I mean, yeah, not every game can have dedicated servers, but it's just so telling that they told us straight in the face that our internet sucks. That's so bad. That really messed with me so much. But what was really worse was how the reappearance of the Nintendo smartphone voice chat came back to life in this direct. I thought I wouldn't have to deal with that crap ever again. Especially after I decided to hold out on the Nintendo Switch online service. But nope, it decided to make a return here. See, this is where I stand with the Nintendo Switch online service. They do really annoying features like smartphone voice chat with the Nintendo Switch online service. You have to go purchase a LAN adapter because your internet sucks. They tell us this straight in the face because they don't know what to do. But I mean, on a more positive note, I guess, from this online like madness, I do like the matchmaking system. It looks a little bit better. It's based on the rules you prefer. So if I were to ever play online with someone, I would do it based on stock and no items. So I kind of like that now, and I kind of like the I used to use the Nintendo Switch Online app for Splatoon stats and stuff, but I like how they're using it for Smash World to upload gameplay videos. So I think that's a cool feature, but I just hope it's like usable for a holdout, Switch Online holdout like me. But yeah, the feature section was pretty much 50-50 for the most part, and I thought it could have been better. Now I've been saving this for the best of last because this was the time where all the leaks going into this direct were either going to be true or put to rest for good. Especially a leak known as the Grinch. And in this part of the video, we're going to be talking about characters. Starting off with what everyone was expecting for. Ken from Street Fighter. Ken was finally revealed as expected, as most people expected, because he's often talked about so much. He often appears in leaks. He was no surprise here, but I'm still glad he's in the game at all. Even though he is Ryu's even though he's Ryu's Echo, he was being shown as like slightly more powerful than Ryu is. His final smash seemed way better than Ryu's was. Like Ryu's is like a strong, like a really more powerful Hadoken, while Ken's was like shoot. I don't even know the names because it's freaking Japanese or like a really hard to pronounce. But he has like two final smashes, one for like long distance and one for like if you're up close. But I think Ken is like one of the best Echo fighters that I've seen so far. It just felt weird, like because like we expected him already to be there. And then last but not least, the last character that turned out to be revealed was Incineroar. People talked about this character as well. Well, this was the last character until they did something really bizarre later on. And Incineroar is a Pokemon. I'm not a huge Pokemon fan, by the way. He's actually a Pokemon I'm actually looking forward to using because of the many WWE references I could use. He does a suplex, he does a clothesline, he uses the ropes. I like Incineroar already. I'm actually excited to use a Pokemon for once, and Incineroar is the latest case of this. So if Incineroar was revealed, the roster was complete, which is kind of saddening because of what would happen later on. So it turns out the Grinch leak was fake. Go figured. While I did have character predictions from that leak, I didn't believe that Grinch leak from the start. It's surprising because remember when Sakurai said not to expect too many characters? Boy, did we fool ourselves into taking those words with a grain of salt. Like those leaks, and we expected so much, especially with that Grinch leak. I'll admit, whoever did that Grinch leak did a really good job of pulling that off as real and making people, like many people, believe that was real. But yeah, I never thought that was real. As I told myself before, I wait for official confirmation to see if something is real or not. Otherwise, your expectations are just going to be shattered to the bone. But anyway, they moved on later to, like, in the presentation to DLC, which I was excited for because I had so many characters that had DLC potential. DLC was in development, Sakurai pointed out. He didn't have characters lined out yet because he wanted to finish the game, the main game first, which is okay because, of course, that man needs a break. Yeah, as I mentioned, DLC, it's really good. The more fighters, the better. I liked how it's a season pass now rather than what the mess we got from Smash 4, whereas individually priced like fighters. They still offer the individual like price fighters for what is it, $5.99. But here's my concern. Sakurai mentioned there's only going to be 5 fighters that come with one stage and multiple music tracks, which would be released no later than next February. What do you mean by next February? February of 2020. Wow. It's like, there's not going to be... He's really serious about not expecting too many characters because there are so many returning ones. Holy crap. So this pretty much limits who those returning characters are going to be. And I think he also has an idea of who those 5 characters are. So after he announced the DLC, I mean, I had hopes of some of my character predictions becoming DLC. He then proceeded to announce a limited time free DLC fighter for purchasing the game and registering to My Nintendo. And this is where it kind of pissed me off because I was expecting a character that needed a lot of recognition from Nintendo, the Smash community. He just needed more exposure. And what did we get instead? We got a Piranha Plant. We got a freaking Piranha Plant. Don't believe me?
Something you'll get for free as a limited time offer if you buy the Super Smash.
Oh, here we go. What is it?
It isn't finished yet, but I want to give you a special sneak peek.
Alright, let's see what it is. What the heck is going on here? Did they get high? Oh. What? Are you kidding me? What? What? Is this a joke? Are they serious right now? Is this for real? This Piranha Plant is a fighter. I mean, Wii Fit Trainer was understandable. Duck Hunt was, I don't have much to say about him. I mean, there were a lot of strange fighters back in Smash 4, but this takes the cake as the strangest fighter that we've seen in Smash Bros. History. And I gotta say, it's, I'm not liking it right now. If a Piranha Plant can make it into the game, then how come Waluigi couldn't? Huh? Where's the logic in that? Why is Waluigi still an assist trophy, yet a Piranha Plant is a playable fighter? Huh? What is this? This reveal of Piranha Plant screamed, what the hell? What the hell were they thinking? Who asked for this? What made things... It's not... But as I later cooled down a bit, I watched it a second time. What made things even worse is just that the Piranha Plant's reveal, it was just preceded by the many assist trophies that were shown off and deconfirmed by the many fan favorites that were either deconfirmed as assist trophies or spirits in spirit modes in this particular direct. My gosh, do I need to list all of them? Shadow the Hedgehog, a character that many fans have been asking for as an Echo, including myself. I'm gonna go with another one that other people have been asking for. Isaac from Golden Sun. Even though I don't know much about that character, apparently everyone's been asking for him. Skull Kid from Zelda. Even my prediction from the start of this, Springman, he got deconfirmed as an assist trophy, even though no one thought he was going to be possible to be in this game at all. It's like, he had so much potential as DLC, yet they deconfirm him by making him an assist trophy. What the heck? They decided to put all those characters, make them assist trophies in favor of putting a plant from Mario as a character. All of those fan favorites and my picks, they had chances as DLC, and they were completely thrown out the window. And I honestly don't know who to expect as DLC, except for one fighter. Except for one. And maybe two. I'll just spit them out right now. Crash Bandicoot and Sora. If Disney somehow can get those rights and Activision can, I don't know, give a lot of money for Crash to be in Smash. But at the end of the day, I mean, I'm happy with this roster. I don't make the rules for this game, nor do I make the rules for this roster. This is Sakurai's game. This is Sakurai's baby. So he gets to do whatever he wants with it. He gets to do whatever he wants with the roster. We as fans have to go with it. It's just the timing of this announcement. The timing of Piranha Plant being a character. I mean, it would have been fine with me, like, in another direct, but, like, doing it right after so many fan favorite characters, as I mentioned, Shadow the Hedgehog, Isaac, Springman, Ribbon Girl, even the Octolings that were either deep confirmed as assist trophies or me costumes. The timing of this reveal was not good. It was not good, and I think it was just so much of a left field move, but we just have to respect it. I want to close off this video by saying this direct taught a lot of people, a big lesson that we should have learned at this point. We need to take Sakurai's word, like, over every other leak that we see on the internet. I mean, we really have to take leaks with grains of salt now after watching this direct. Do not take Sakurai's word for granted, and I'm serious about this. As I mentioned so many times before, like, do not always believe in leaks. Wait until official confirmation. Wait until they officially say something about it, because it will always hurt the excitement levels in the end, like, especially if it gets deconfirmed. He was right again when we shouldn't expect too many newcomers back at E3. He was so right on, and we all got our hopes. Many of us all have got our hopes up. Yeah, to wrap up my post Nintendo Direct Smash post discussion, I was like not completely let down. I was just a little disappointed with how this direct went down. It's just like everything was just confusing. The spirits mode didn't really help in it, explaining what exactly we're supposed to do with the spirits. Yes, this is supposed to help us power up our characters. I mean, it helped a little bit later on when it tied in with adventure mode, but other than that, spirits mode is just kind of like a collectible way to get character renders for lore. And everything else felt off. The Ken reveal was too expected, slightly. I kind of like the Incineroar reveal just because I'm just that cool not that cool. I'm just that big of a WWE fan, and I noticed a lot of wrestling references with Incineroar, so I can kind of relate with him. And I'm still a bit salty over the inclusion of Piranha Plant over Springman and Ribbon Girl, the Octolings, John, and pretty much dashing any hope of any of my characters coming into Smash Ultimate in favor of a plant. But I mean, at the end of the day, honestly, despite all that, it's something I have to accept, honestly. And I'm still gonna buy Super Smash Bros. Ultimate no matter how I felt about this Smash Direct, because I love Smash. It's like, I love the Smash. I know like a lot of us were disappointed with how the Smash Direct went, and that's okay. It's okay to be disappointed. We're allowed to be critical of how things are. Of course, we don't want to be assholes when we do so. We don't want to go overboard when we do it. But in general, when it comes to this game, we just have to acknowledge how hard Sakurai has done, how much work he has done to get the game, to get where Smash Ultimate is to this point. I mean, he brought back adventure a full-on adventure mode. He introduced spirits. He brought all fighters from past games history, and brought in a good amount of new fighters that I will certainly try out. I mean, yeah, some of them are not my cup of tea, but I mean, I'll try them out, I suppose. I mean, we have to acknowledge how hard working of a man Sakurai is at the end of the day. I mean, he worked on this game immediately after Smash 4 support stopped. I mean, he kept this in secret for like 4 years. That's like the shortest amount of time for Smash development in like the game's history. I mean, after this and DLC, Sakurai clearly needs a break. He deserves it. So, overall, I think this Smash Direct could have been a little better. It could have been a little bit more well-paced. Some things could have been left out. Other things could have been more explained. And there's just a lot of filler and a lot of questionable things that could have been left unsaid. But, again, I'm gonna buy this game nonetheless. I'm still happy with what we have. I'm just a little saddened by the deconfirmations of my many character predictions, but I mean, I'll get past it. And we just have to acknowledge like how hard Sakurai has worked to this point with this game. Like he always has with the past Smash games. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for this long ass discussion for the post Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct. Again, one more month until Super Smash Bros. Ultimate comes out. I'm very excited to get this game. What about everyone else? Are you excited to get Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you thought about the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct 2 days after it happened. Let it all out, man. Drink it in. And again, it's okay to be disappointed. It's okay to be critical. Just don't come off as an asshole. But yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Those links will be in the description as well. If you want to go watch my reaction to that Smash Direct, that'll be in the description. And again, it'll be in that little dumb eye that you always see in the video. If you just want to go watch the direct, I'll also leave a link, I guess. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Always be delicious, and I'll see you all in the next video. And I'm out.